Okay then, welcome back, and our guest is Mr. Okoro Chinedum Benedict. He's the National Administrative Secretary of APGA. In the meantime, Bola in Mowe has called in. Good morning, Bola.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you, our guest speaker there.
Okay.
I just want to know what is actually happening in this country. The same problem that APGA is having seems to be the same thing that is happening in the River State, for instance. Are there not clear-cut divisions of what should be happening? Because, like the last speaker rightly said, it's like a child, for instance, that is still, his father is still alive. You see, the child has trained him, and he has become something. He certainly take over, the affairs of the family. That is the way I look at the issue. You see, when somebody that has been sponsored by a political party, he got the form from them, they allow him to contest, and he now takes over, the affairs of everything. I think there should be a clear-cut legal position. But as much the way I look at it, it doesn't even look reasonable. It doesn't look reasonable at all that the sitting governor will always be the leader of the party. Because the governor comes and he goes. What happens later? Does it mean that it is only after that the leadership will not start doing what they ought to be doing? Or you don't go and sleep? That's just my comment. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, madam, for calling in. It's an interesting question, I imagine, because it's something that it's a principle that recurs from place to place, state to state. Your comments on that? The leadership of the party, opposed, separate from the leadership of the government.
Okay. Like you see, when you ask that question, and that's usually what happens with the media. The media should be much more circumspect and very careful, because we are getting to a place in Nigeria that the disdain for the rule of law and constitution is become more daring. And when you say the leadership of the governor is our own leadership, is it opposed? The governor has no leadership, should not have any leadership. He is part of the party. The party is supreme. He should not. There's nothing like leadership of the governor. The governor is like a student who went to study in school, and the school gave him
leadership of governance.
And he eventually
governance. Leadership of governance. Governance, not the governor. Governance, as opposed to governor. The leadership of the party on the one hand, and then governance, the leadership in governance.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get it. Every elected public office holder in APGA follows the manifesto of the party. So the basic thing in the manifesto of the party is providing the basic social amenities for the people. Now, when you ask the question like you did now, it is a situation where people ascribe leaders. You say that the governor is the leader of the party and all those arguments. But the constitution of APGA as it is today, the constitution of Owerri, does not, 2019 as amended, does not give the governors the authority or the powers to be leaders of the party. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you very much, because that indeed, what this that has just come forth is the answer I was seeking. Perhaps it's my bad if I couldn't have phrased it better. I was wanting to hear what your distinction was between the leadership as it relates to governance within the state of Anambra and the leadership of the party. And as I said, in spite of my failings, you've sort of explained it satisfactorily. Thank you very much. And, okay, Sheikh Abdullahi in Kaduna, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Koyori.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Sheikh A. Abdulkadir.
Oh, Chief A. Abdulkadir.
A. Abdulkadir, yes.
Okay. Not Sheikh Abdullahi.
Sheikh.
Okay.
A. Abdulkadir.
Okay, sir. Continue, sir.
Thank you very much. You see, I'm not a politician. I remember during Shagari regime, during Shagari and Awolowo time, Shagari used to be the one that goes to the then chairman of MPN. Awolowo, UPN, the chairman. In fact, they were submissive to their chairman then. This guy here, I've already told you that party is supreme. He make an example, say, look, when Soludo wanted to contest, Soludo picked from there, follow all the rules and regulations of the party. Now he's being elected to become the leader. What is the problem now? So our politicians are so selfish, Okoyori. Their problem is selfishness. It's not like somebody, my father. So you are my father, you train me, I obey. But when I'm not I'm not saying I'm more than my father. Party chairman is the father of that party. There is no way. I don't know what is wrong. All these things are being deliberate. And we are causing problems ourselves. What is wrong? You respect the party. Party is supreme. This guy has already said it all. And all those people, you are brother. I don't know what is really what is our problem. So we have to talk to ourselves and do you know the funny thing of Koyori? They all know the right to do. They know the right to do. But they will not do it. Why? Why?
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sheikh. It seems to be exasperating, Mr. Benedict. It seems to be an exasperating situation to quite a few people. The attitude of our people, it does give the impression that they will use the rules when it favors them, and then later on, if it is felt that aspects of those rules don't exactly favor their now intended purpose, things can go in a different way. That is the way it would seem. Of course, one hasn't had the benefit of speaking to, for instance, in this case, the governor, to say, look, what is your disposition? What is your attitude? Because this is what people are saying. People are saying that politicians can be selfish. They climb up on a certain ladder, and then immediately, if it's a rope kind of a ladder, they will just fold the ladder up, and they don't want anybody else to work by it. But in spite of all of this is where I saw in the media that Chief Edozie Njoku is still preaching the sermon of come one, come all. It belongs to us. It is our party. Let us develop this party. Let us leave bygones in the past, and let us work together for APGA. How well would you say his call is being appreciated? Because naturally, he's invested in this. He wants to find a solution. He wants to find a way out. He wants to open up APGA within Anambra, where it starts from, even though it is now said that it's not an Anambra exclusively after anymore. How well appreciated are his sentiments, do you think?
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks very much. First of all, I would want you to go home today, and every viewer, even though most people already know, most viewers, already know, APGA did not start in Anambra.
Okay.
APGA did not start in Anambra. APGA was started by Chief Chekwa Sokore. He is from Abia State. He is not from Anambra. But because the party seemed to be a party that the Igbos are passionate about, and a party that the Igbos have an affinity, they see APGA as the political heritage of the people of the Southeast. So they embraced it, and being a new child, the Anambra people had, that love, that, that koinonia, that coming together. They now brought in, used the platform to test run P2B in 2002, 2003, and P2B won. And all that, and every other thing that happened, people for the first time saw that when they take up a political platform, irrespective of how, new it might be in the system, that the experiment could work. That was why the love for APGA grew exponentially and people got interested in it. Now that is settled. I want to say something to every Nigerian. There is every need for every well-meaning Nigerian and those who love rule of law and order to pay attention to what Chief Edozie Njoku is doing in APGA. I'm not saying it out of... Some of us are coming from various backgrounds to be part of APGA. But you hardly will see a political party that has the kind of leadership, the orderliness. I am not sure you have seen a national chairman of a party tell a governor to his face that the party is supreme. There are very few national chairman of party that will say that, because once people become national officers of a party, the next thing is that they become an appendage of the governors, and the stipend comes there monthly. But the NWC under Chief Njoku and Chief Edozie Njoku as national chairman are not interested in what comes from Awka or what comes from it. Even if we have 5 governors tomorrow, that's not why we are here. We are here to do the business of providing better alternative for our people, for the people of Nigeria. And APGA is such a party that everybody who has the intention to get on board and play politics the way it should be played, should look out for APGA. It should look out for APGA, because what is happening in APGA is very interesting. It's quite intriguing. It is very, very, very impressive as well. You have a leadership under Chief Edozie Njoku that calls black, black, and calls white, white, and tells the people who are elected public officials that even if you have the Ghana must goes, that you should not venture into coming to destabilize the NWC through your Ghana must go. And that is the reason why, because the governors have enough resources in their disposal, they feel everybody is for sale. The National Working Committee of APGA and the National Chairman, Chief Edozie Njoku, are not for sale. And whatever it will take us to make sure we preserve the political heritage in APGA and the legacy led by the founding father, Chief Chekwas Okorie, and his team, which was stolen from them as it were in the past. This very and current leadership, we are here to restore it. We are here to realign the people on the path of the APGA philosophy and philosophical foundation. And we will make sure other people that want to play politics decently find APGA attractive. Thank you.
APGA must be in the middle of an expansionary kind of an agenda right now. It wants
exactly. You can say that. That's exactly what it is.
Yes. So I was going to ask you about efforts in those directions, because people are concerned about the party. We just had a call in from Kaduna. It's not as if you get a call in from narrow areas. They call in from all over the place. The madam who called in earlier was calling in from somewhere in Lagos. And even though the party doesn't have more than one governor, you've sort of spoken to illustrate the fact that whatever, be that as it is, the party is on an expansionist drive and is seeking to be much more inclusive than had hitherto been thought to be its main concern. It's not about the Southeast exclusively.
Not at all. It's not a Southeast affair.
Okay. How developed are those thoughts, those ideas to bring in people from all over the country? I imagine that, first of all, APGA is fulfilling all the requirements for a national party. It must. Is it in every state?
Okay. Like I did say, in the 22 states that we visited, we were in Rivers. The National Organizing Secretary, Alhaji Ahmed Gimba, has taken his time to tour 16 out of the 19 states.
Okay.
Jigawa, Katsina, Maiduguri, Sokoto, KB, Gombe. He's been everywhere. And the Deputy National Chairman, North, Alhaji A.D. Musa from Bauchi, they have toured everywhere. They have left no stone unturned. But, political strategy and the kind of and the program we have designed and the framework is not something you come to start banding on before the public, So it wouldn't look as though we are just trying to be verbose, or we are trying to, make, to make noise, or to try to make it look as though we are doing this. Just give us the next 2-3 months. That's why we don't want to be distracted about Anambra. APGA is not an Anambra affair. We say it, and we say it for the upteenth time. It's not an Anambra affair. APGA is a party for Nigerians. It's just that the Igbos have an affinity, and they have this kind of love for it. But it is not an Anambra affair. If the time the party is just a minute, please, sir. Where the party is now, it has left the realms of those conscriptions and circumscriptions of saying that it is bringing it in Anambra. We are not doing an Anambra thing. The party has left. The flight has left, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Ifeanyi in Benin City, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for calling in.
I'm calling from Benin City. Yes. I want to salute the guests. I also want to use the opportunity to salute Nigeria and wish everybody a happy new month.
Indeed.
Well, I was just listening to the guest, and I think he's making sense. In all ramification, he's making sense in all he's saying. I wish every other party will come on board like this and begins to enlighten Nigeria on the effects of their party. I think it will be very, very good. APGA is a household name anytime, any day. But just unfortunately that when a party is doing very well, coming on board, it seems to have some persons who want to destroy the party. They'll come up. Because I remember when I got started, and they started very well. It was a household name. But unfortunately, they were plugged with crisis. So you want to believe they are back on ground now. And Nigeria want to see that competition. Because we are tired of these two political parties. I want to see...
Understand not just a part, but the complete story. TVC News, first